Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's falconpaladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2. It's going to be Serral and Clem here from a March 2025 replay for the Patreon cast of the week on Whispers of Gold. Left side, extractor tricking. Here is Serral getting 15 out of 14. Right-sided is Clem, not extractor tricking because he cannot do that. As you know, spinning polar bear logo, again, super fast. It's from Pigfest here. Pig is watching. We can remake this if it messed something up. We're all good. Everything is a-okay. I don't know what's happened. Maybe some lag that we cannot see on the replay. And here we go, resuming, I guess. So it's going to be a 16 hatch here for Serral with an extractor trick, which I'm not entirely sure what the point of that was. Maybe getting it down a little bit earlier. So barracks on the high ground, as always. Another refinery, as always. And let's see what's going on in this TVZ. Again, thank you for supporting me on patreon.com/falconpaladin for at least $1 a month. Appreciate it. These casts are for you if you're watching them in April 2025, the week of April the 25th. And if you're watching this after that, like in, I don't know, let's say May or something, hit that like button and subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week with StarCraft 2 content. Alright, what are we doing here? We got an extractor, we have a pool, so no weird 3-hatch, no gas opening here from Serral. We've got a Reaper on the way, and expanding and SCV scouting, just to make sure it's not a pool first from Serral, as he does sometimes and rarely, but not all the time, just to keep players like Clem on their toes. So we will see if Serral can handle Clem here. In the EWC last summer, Clem slapped him around with a large trout. Like, I want to say 9 times or so. They met in the earlier stages and then met in the finals, and Clem just looked dominant all throughout. So we'll see if Serral has leveled up and knows how to deal with Clem now. I assume he watches a lot of replays versus Clem and looks for weaknesses and weird timings, but dude, Clem is on fire. So again, we've got 4 lings, we've got a Reaper, a POW, and getting a drone kill is this Reaper. Dude, getting a drone kill against Serral, I guess it's kind of expected from Clem at this point, but yo, that was an excellent bit of micro there. Factory on the way. And are we going to do... Yep, third command center at 2 minutes and 45 seconds. KD8 charge knocking this queen away. This Reaper denying a 3rd hatch. What have I always said? Why do we not use a Reaper to deny the 3rd hatch? Yeah, or at least try. At least try to delay it. And delay it he did. With this Reaper. The most successful Reaper against Serral that I have ever seen in my entire life. But hey, I guess I was casting Serral before he leveled up in 2017, so maybe not. We'll have to go back and see, right? I've got those on my other channel, youtube.com/falconpaladin. I guess under a Serral playlist or something. So if you want to see what Serral is before he became Serral, destroyer of Korean players, just go there and search for the oldest Serral cast that I have done. And it's an over-reliance on Zerglings. Just the macro is weak. And I didn't have any idea that Serral would turn into the monster that he is. Early Clem games, you can see it. You can see the potential, man. You can see a person who has practiced StarCraft so much and has so much talent for it. But yeah, Serral. Early Serral. No sign of that. Weird stuff, huh? How did he level up? I guess practicing, I guess developing the style of Zerg that a StarCraft is intended for Zerg here. Blizzard intended Zerg players to be super defensive, man, because the queens are defensive, faster on creep, slower off creep. And again, everything is faster on creep. And we spread it. And yeah, so just defend, expand, get up to a huge army, and then crush your opponent. That is how Serral revitalized and revolutionized the ZVT matchup. And for that, he will always be remembered. We've got Roachworn on the way here from our guy Serral. We've got Clem. We've got Stim. We have an engineering bay. I don't have an engineering bay coming up. We have an armory, so this is going to be pretty much a 2-base. Well, a 3-base maybe, all in. Stim timing with Hellbats. Yeah, we have 4 Hellions, and we're being very careful to keep them alive here. Serral, as he sniffed it out. We have Roaches, which are excellent here. Excellent against Marines with no upgrades, and excellent against Hellbats as well. So there are the Hellbats and Queens and Roaches here at the front. Run, drones, run! Ling's trying to get a flank attack here, but there are Hellbats on the back side, and it's going to be pushed back. Excellent job, Serral. Excellent job with those Roaches. Excellent timing there. We've got Glial Reconstitution on the way. And 3rd base down here from Clem. Combat Shield being researched here, and still, there we go, throwing down 2 engineering bays. So that was a little bit of an all-in, but now he is primed for the macro game. No unloading. No unloading, man. We have Queens. We have Lings waiting for you. Every single Marine that is dropped is going to die in like 2 seconds. We've got Hellbats that can transform into, or Hellions that can transform into Hellbats here and take down that hatchery. More Roaches. Glial Reconstitution finishing up now. Combat Shield also now. So we've got Stimmed Marines with Combat Shield, with Medevac support here, and Hellbats against Roaches with 14 Roaches. 14 of them on the way here. Holy crap. What do we got? Siege tanks on the high ground. SCVs being pulled out of desperation here. But Stimmed Marines are excellent against Roaches without a +1 Carapace. Excellent against Ravagers too if they can get to them. And this defense is excellent. Can we get a surround with the Roaches and the Ravagers? A little bit of overstimmed here from Clem. 10 SCVs have gone down. 55 to 54 workers here. Dodging. Oh, we did get a hit with that Corrosive Bile. And forcing a liftoff here. We've got 76 army supply to 45. We've got Roaches. We have Ravagers, man. We have no upgrades on the way. This is an all-in Roach Ravager attack on 4 bases, forcing a liftoff on the 3rd command center here. Whoa, what do we got, friends? Can Clem hold this off? Can he hold it off? Corrosive Bile onto the tanks. Bam, not enough. There we go. Another one comes in. The tank is dead. The high ground tank is alive here. These Marines are putting out so much DPS. 71 to 46 army supply. We have how many Roaches? We have 20 Roaches and 2 Ravagers against a fairly relatively smaller army of 18 Marines, but man, they hit hard. They have so much support right now. Corrosive Bile on the tanks on the high ground would be good. I think Clem has held this, folks. That is it. He's forcing the Roaches and Ravagers away. Not getting a Carapace upgrade is such a terrible idea against these Marines. They are chasing. They are, bam, throwing down these Ravagers. They are just glass cannons. They have great DPS, but they are so darn squishy. How many, just these Marines, how many kills do they have each? 5 kills from that Marine. We've got 3 there. We have 0 from that Marine. You're not holding up your end of the bargain. That is certainly the case. Okay, so throwing down a melee upgrade and a Carapace upgrade for the ground here is Serral, but is it going to be too late? We've got 2 sets of Marine Medevac armies, top and bottom, and oh my gosh, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see this. Serral doesn't see this army. Sniping drones. Hurry, run back. Run back. Defeat this army. And just lift up and go back home. So it's a 3-baser here against a 4-baser. 67 to 65 workers, 78 army supply here from Clem. And if this +1 Carapace can get done before Clem marches across the map here, I think he'll be okay. But I think we're going to continue pressuring here from Clem. And if you can take down a base here before +1 Carapace is done, I think Clem is going to take this game. Look at that ball. Look at that ball of Marines, dude. Dodging Corrosive Biles, lifting off. Oh, almost got that medevac there. 30 hit points thanks to the Queens. Excellent anti-air. Maybe a little bit over P, but hey, we got a hive on the way. We have banelings on the way here as well. We are dancing here. We've got +1/+1. Yeah, +1/+1. Combat shield and stim here against no upgraded roaches and ravagers. We have banelings being made, but centrifugal hooks is a little bit too far away here. Are we dropping? I don't think we're dropping. We're counterattacking with these lings, but still the dance. The dance is on here right now. APMs are high. The counterattack has been dealt with back on Clem's side of the map. Corrosive Biles taking down a tank, but not good enough. Clem gets the win in this sneaky twofer. Oh my gosh, what an excellent game there from Clem, dude. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead when I saw all those roaches and ravagers on the other side of the map, but no, I should have known. I should have known to trust in Clem here, man. 16 SCVs had been killed. But the 11,200 resources lost from Clem to 6,000 here from Clem. 79 Marines died in service to their country and in service to Clem here. My goodness. So we're going to stitch another Clem versus Serral at the end here, just so you know that didn't know when it was going to end. But man, what a great Patreon game of the week, dude. Thanks to Pig for having Pigfest, man. Helping to keep StarCraft alive in 2025. And yeah, excellent hold, excellent counterattacking. Just, you know, a little bit of a poke here, a little bit of a prod here, a little bit of an attempt to drop up here. Just everywhere at once is Clem holding off the counterattack of some lings. Third base pumping 65 workers there from Clem. And a little bit too late on that +1 carapace and a little bit too late on centrifugal hooks. That's all it takes. All it takes to be killed by Clem. Just being a little bit too late. Man. What an absolutely fantastic, like ridiculously crazy showing there from our guy Clem, but just incredible stuff there. So that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. Also at Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out. And you take care of yourself. Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, going to be a TVZ featuring Serral and Clem from Stay at Home Story Cup from last year. It's going to be 2,000 atmospheres. Going to be Clem bottom left, and the top right, we've got Serral. You know these players. And the spinning polar bear logo with the tongue sticking out from Clem. Super darn cute. And it's going to be an excellent CVT because Serral and Clem play against each other a lot. Clem's TVC has greatly improved since 2020. And he should give Serral everything he can handle at this upper bracket final from Stay at Home Story Cup number 4. All right, man. So, 16, 18, 17 here from Serral. Got there a little bit early. And what looks like a Reaper Expand here from Clem. Overlord scouting out. Just checking for proxy positions, but Clem is not interested in doing it in this game. Anyway, happy 2022, everybody. I hope everybody is healthy and safe and dealing with this year. Maybe one day we'll have a year that is better than the last couple years. Is that fair to say? Anyway. Blech, what do we got? Reaper coming out. We've got a Reaper name ready to go too. If you want me to use your Reaper name in a cast, you can put it in the in the comments of any of my casts. Put Reaper name and then the name, and then if you want to have a description or a backstory, you can. Those aren't required though, but they're fun to have, and some people like them and some people don't. Anyway, Reaper's name is Pibby. The corruption is spread beyond broadcast television. Now Pibby must learn how to fly faster than the glitchy remains of her friends and survive long enough to see the end of the game. Reference, learning with Pibby. What the heck is Pibby? I don't know what that is. I'm going to do a quick Google search here. That's fun. Pibby. It's a TV program. Oh, that makes sense. Let's see. Also known as Come and Learn with Pibby, or Learning with Pibby, is an action horror metafictional pilot uploaded to Adult Swim's YouTube channel on October 30th, 2021. Ah. Okay. That makes sense. So it's an Adult Swim thing. Anywho, I don't know. Reaper getting some damage done. Amazing, beautiful control from Serral to not take any Ling losses there whatsoever, which is hilarious. Oh my gosh, that one doesn't even die. Oh, and the Reaper goes down. Pibby, you were controlled by Clem, but attacked by Serral. That makes it hard to survive to the end of the match. Rest in peace, Pibby. All right, man. So, Clem, what's our play? Very standard stuff. Into Hellions? Absolutely. So, yeah, Terran has their standard opening here. It's a Reaper, expand, and then into some Hellions, reactored out of a factory, and then from there it can get interesting. Right? Super fast third base is actually coming up way before those Hellions start production, so that's cool. That is a sub 3 minute third starting up here from Clem. I'm always a fan of that. It does seem a little bit hard for Zerg to punish it, but not impossible. We have seen it done, and there are Terran players who do wait on that third base until they can defend it adequately. Zergling here to check the timing on that third base landing, and can sit here because the Reaper doesn't exist. Oh, that's so good. Now the Hellions are moving out, and they might check that location, but they're not. They're more interested in cruising across the map, checking to see if there are any things they can kill that way. Oh, they do catch the Ling. Oh, that was the same Ling, trying to sneak on in and see what's going on, but can't get up that ramp. I mean, Clem would have lifted those supply depots anyway, so whatever, it's all good. Banshee's in production. Rather, one Banshee, and that looks like a Banshee Cloak Tech Lab, and it certainly is. All right, so Banshee Cloak on the way. Banshee's here too. Something we see, I think, mostly from Special. I think he's the one that maybe popularized this move in TVZ. It was, you know, popular for a while, and then it went away, and then it came back, and I think Special's the one that maybe did most of that. Regardless. Yeah, I mean, I think everything's cool for everything here in this game. Nothing crazy. Overlord comes in for the scout, is going to see the Banshee move out. Oh, and the Tech Lab, and the third CC, and another barracks. Oh, this is a perfect scout from Serral. That's brutal. Just brutal stuff, man. Blech. Hellions sharking around a bit, trying to find some damage. Not much is going on. Serral's just droning up and making as few units as necessary to stay alive here. There's not an armory in production, so I don't think this is going to be any kind of a Hellbat thing. So these might eventually YOLO in, because if you're not planning on using these for Hellbats, then sure. Get them into a mineral line, kill like 15 drones and die in glory. And then I think maybe that's, well, this, I mean, this is it right here. It's your choice. You're going to go in? Nope. Decides not to. No. What can I plug here today? Expanse. I do love the Expanse. I think it's very good. I do like that it treats the laws of physics with some level of respect as compared to most science fiction, which does just not care at all about the laws of physics. So that's appreciated. Like, G-forces are real, which is kind of my biggest complaint about other science fiction. Anywho, Hellions not YOLOing in. Banshee's not YOLO. Oh, there's not a Spore up yet, though. Clem. Gonna lose some drones here because you don't have a Spore yet. Or Serral, rather. Clem's gonna get some stuff because there isn't a Spore here that Serral tossed on down. Yeah, I love the Expanse. It was on the Sci-Fi Network initially, but the Sci-Fi Network has no idea what good TV is, so they canceled it. And then Amazon picked it up and put it on Amazon Prime, which is just, thank you for that, Amazon Prime. Much appreciated. Also, they got some good stuff out there on Amazon Prime. The Boys and Invincible are out there. Man. Good stuff out there. Anyway, yeah, The Expanse. I recommend it. It's good. It's not sci-fi in, like, it's not Star Wars or Star Trek sci-fi. It's different sci-fi. And a lot of it's about the politics of Mars versus Earth versus the people that live on the asteroid belt and do the work out there. So, without spoiling too much, I'd recommend The Expanse for sure. It's fantastic. I think I've been talking about that for a couple of years now, at least. But Serral going for 1-1 for those Lings and Banes and potential future Ultralisks. Making 16 Lings here. He's got a good number of them. He's got 43. There's 16. This is aggression. This is... Feels like too much for defense, but then Clem's got a bunch of Marines and a tank moving out, so how many Marines do you need to handle this? Although 1-1 is finished before these guys show up, which is just perfection. It's just, okay. Well, yeah, 1-1 Lings jumping in here on these 0-0 Marines. Even if they have stim and they have a good position, the Ling armor upgrade is so good. Oh my gosh, it just wins it. It does. I mean, I'm not sure that was a great trade. Resources lost at 1900, 750, but anytime you can kill the Terran attack before it even steps foot on creep, you've done a pretty good thing, right? As a Zerg player, making some Banelings, 8 Banelings on the way. Centrifugal hooks is about 60% complete here. Medevacs, more of those in production for obvious reasons, and Banshee's still trying to get stuff done. They've done some work. Extra spores in position to help deal with those Banshee pilots. Oh, there's Hellbats. We did make an armory while I was yammering on. Fair enough. All right, man. So Marines, Hellbat, siege tank behind them rocks. Gonna try to trying to get. Oh, the Banelings are canceled. That was really good. I mean, he's not gonna kill much of anything else, but canceling some Banes is nice. These Lings try to jump around the backside here, but siege tank fire pretty strong. Queens are taking that tank fire though. Ha ha ha. Lings trying to get a wraparound here on these Marines, and then so the Banelings crash into them. Nice pickup though from Clem. He gets out of there. And then unloading on the left side here, Clem trying to make sure that he can heal up while he sends in another attack right, but Zelnaga Watchtower was held by Serral. He sees this coming. He redirects some forces to the south. Is this all that surprising, though, that there's an attack coming to the south? No. Serral's 5th base is coming in now quite nicely while Clem is landing... While Clem is landing his own 4th at the 6 o'clock position. The 5th base gets canceled, though, by a nice group of Marines. Excellent work there. Ooh, Medevac goes down. That had Marines in it. That's not good. Infestation Pit on the way. Drilling Claws coming in. Both players are remembering to attack while they're macroing and while they're defending here. That is the trick. That is the trickery and the good stuff when it comes to why these guys are elite StarCraft players and why they're not bums. Oh, we don't mind. If it had Drilling Claws, it could have burrowed before it died, but it doesn't have the upgrade yet. Now it would have. Oh, the tragedy of that one Widow Mine that could have survived. Zergling happily chomping away. I do feel like they're headbutting. I don't know. They got those, like, antenna claws coming out of the back of their heads that maybe they're using to attack too. Zergling attack physiology confuses me sometimes. This group is not getting anything done. Pick it up! Okay, everybody dies. Not sure where Clem's attention was elsewhere, but that was not a great setup for him. So Serral decides to take this 11 o'clock base for his 5th instead. We've got Marines pushing in. Widow Mine catches a queen as she's running away. See, Drilling Claws getting some work done. Banelings, Zerglings. Ah, friendly fire. Widow Mine splash wounds. And bruises up a bunch of those Marines. I don't know, my brain was trying to say they're wounds Marines, and I said weens, I suppose. Pushing in off creep. I don't know if he's making enough. Yeah, not enough damage here. Clem's able to defend with a handful of Marines that he has remaining. He's got +2 attack on his dudes and +2 armor. Makes them a little bit formidable here. Concussive Shell is on the way. We're going to start entering some Marauders, whether to deal with Lurkers or whether to deal with Ultralisks. Having some Marauders in the situation as the game goes on is better. Marines pretty good for like the first, 10, 12 minutes of the game. But after that, you really need to start adding some Marauders. If not sooner, depending on how many Banelings your opponent is making, right? I guess earlier than that, you want to start with the Marauder production. Anywho. Changeling sniped with prejudice. This group is dead. Wow. Wait, this guy, maybe... Oh, he makes it back to his friends. Clem taking a 5th base now. Oh, a burrowed Ling is in the way. What is the phrase? Landing spot unacceptable. Landing location? Something? Landing zone. Landing zone? Yeah. Obstructed or whatever. Hey, look, it is a Lurker Den coming in from Serral. He's going for them Lurkers, which again, I will attribute the popularity of Lurkers in TVZ to Raynor. He's the one that really made them happen in this modern era, I would say. When they first came out, for whatever reason, They were very good in the beta of Legacy of the Void. The Lurkers were just like tearing through Terran armies. And Terran's like, I don't know what we do about this. And then Terran very quickly figured out what to do about it, which was a lot of Marauders and siege tanks and stuff. And then apparently it took Raynor to figure out how to make them work just all the time, even if there are Marauders, and even if there are tanks, and even if there are ghosts. So Serral's at 198 supply, Clem's at 193. Working on that 3-3 here is Clem. It's coming up. Vipers and Seismic Spines in the production tab from Serral. Going for Abduct, I'm guessing, on those Liberators. Seismic Spines is just a requirement if you're making Lurkers at all. Widow Mine Friendly Fire Splash. No, actually not much of a problem there. That was good for Clem. Clem does like those Widow Mines, and he's good with them too. Changeling getting tossed down. Oh, okay, that was a Friendly Fire Widow Mine Splash. That was less than ideal. 50 Lings in production. Serral's income just went woof. Just swung right up there. He's looking good on that money. 2,000 Atmospheres is a great map for macro games. There are so many places to expand. It's such a big map. It's hard to be everywhere at once. And so your enemy, you'll kill a base on one side of the map and they'll expand to the other side and then the game continues, you know? That's exactly what's been happening here with Serral. Clem continuing to push up his Marauders. So I have a question for y'all while we're doing this. Do you prefer this zoom level or this zoom level? I kind of feel like this is a little too close and this is a little too far, and I wish there was one right in the middle. But there's not. You can't get right in the middle there. Widow Mines again. I'm trying to do friendly fire, but I think everybody was picked up in that situation. So Serral defending great. I mean, honestly, it's been a pretty fantastic defense from Serral for the first 15 minutes here. And if that's the case in a TVZ, it usually means the Zerg player is doing well enough that they should be able to win the game. But Clem's a monster. Clem is very, very good. He hasn't lost much. He really hasn't. He's lost 13,000 resources to 16,000 for Serral. The Lurker Nidus stuff begins. Here in the main base, Clem has got a Nidus popping up, and I mean, this is in full view of everything. So a Marauder shows up, but it's way too late. A Widow Mine shows up. It kills a Lurker. That's nice, but a lot of these production facilities are in trouble. And where is... Okay, he's flying all the way back home to deal with this. And he does. The Lurkers make it back into the Nidus, but the Nidus Swarm dies. Another Nidus Swarm coming up here, but just put some fear of Zerg into Liquid Clem's heart here. Widow Mine catches a huge number of Lings. Planetary gets Baneling busted down with support of some Hydralisks too. And right side base not going to land thanks to a burrowed Ling. Yeah, this is not looking particularly good for Clem. Ugh. I guess if you're watching this, then DreamHack Masters is over, or... It's probably over, but I've watched Group Stage A by this point as I'm casting this, and a little surprising results in Group A. Anyway, Command Center down with 5 SCVs in it. This base is not happening. Yeah. Clem just did not do enough on the harassment front, or Serral's defense, which is perfect. And that's been an... burrowed Ling issue. And if Serral can kind of get to the 15-minute mark without really being slowed down significantly, you are going to die more often than not. I'm not saying he's going to lose this game, but it is not looking great for him at the moment. He's lost 27 SCVs. This Nidus is not going to come up. If there's any amount of defense on a Nidus at all, it's just not going to happen, so that's nice. Serral expanding bottom right and taking the high rich Vespine Geyser base, which is just indicative of how in control he feels in this game. And another Baneling bomb on this planetary. Does he take it down? Oh, the repair comes in. He saves it. Ooh, okay. Clem. That might help. That might help. Yeah, man. Clem needs to deal with these two bases, kill one of them at least, or he's going to be in a lot of trouble. But instead, he's up here at the north, making a push towards a place that's pretty well creeped up already. However, this base is undefended. That hatchery is going to die, so all right. Clem's like, I don't need to kill the bottom right bases. I can kill this 11 o'clock base and all of these drones. There's nowhere for them to go. No overlords to pick them up. and actually ends up going for the drones instead of focusing down the hatch, or Porque no los dos. Oh my gosh, is there not Adrenal? Serral? Serral not having Adrenal has just been the most running meme. It really has been. I don't know what else to say about it. Alright, we'll see if he researches it or not, I guess. He's making a bajillion Zerglings. And I'm gonna check it again. No Adrenal. Alright, sweet. Widow Mine's beautifully baited out by Serral. There are some ghosts here, but against Ling Bane, they just don't do a whole lot. But against these lurkers, they do a lot. Alright, Clem trying to make a bit of a turnaround here. Serral has lost 28,000 resources to Clem's at 19.8 here. Widow Mines. I think Widow Mines are largely the benefit here. Another hatch. Oh, no, Lurkers trying to get in on top of everything here. Blinding Cloud. Pretty good trying to save the day, but is there just too much here from Clem? Dude's 185 to 163 supply. Baneling's getting canceled and chased down. And Clem's like, shut up, Falcon. I can kill 2 bases down here and a base in the top left. And pre-split. The splits are sick! Oh, he killed so much of the bio, but the ghosts are still here, and that's kind of the threat in this situation. Oh yeah, just wander in, take down yet another hatch, easy as can be. The splits were not easy, but the follow-up was not bad. One lurker trying to take down this planetary that Clem is at the Rich Vespine Geyser base on his side of the map. And all of a sudden, remember when I was like, Serral's doing great? Not so much. Nice counterattack here, but nothing here can shoot up, so the medevacs remain pretty happy. Lurker trying to kill this planetary. SCVs are repairing, though. And Serral still has his bottom right base. No big deal. So has he lost 3 hatcheries in quick succession? Yeah, he has. He's going for another attack here, though. And he knows the best defense is a good offense. If you can keep the Terran defending and on that back foot, then they're going to have a really hard time pushing out and killing you. Tap's head for genius level thinking meme. Bottom right base is going to die, so Clem following the recipe, right? If you want to kill somebody like Serral, you can kill 10 hatcheries of theirs in about 20 or 30 minutes. You're probably going to win the game. It's not a guarantee. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's a good metric to try to get to. That's another hatch down pretty easily. Serral retreating entirely from that locale. Man, scanning and seeing this space is here. Clem, how greedy is he feeling? Does he want to head up there? If he kills this, I might just be GG. If Serral loses this source of income, he's mined out pretty much everywhere else. This 11 o'clock is trying to come back, but it's a little ways off. He'd have to long distance mine there. Try to do a Ling attack here. I'm gonna do a quick quick check for adrenal glands. I don't know what 2021 was all. It is the absolute calendar year of Zerg players forgetting about this upgrade. Especially Serral, man. Look how many Lings he has. I mean, he's got 7. But he's lost 677 Zerglings, and none of them have benefited from the glory of Adrenal. Is it an empty, like, I don't know. If you're Clem and you watch this replay, are you like, man, if Serral had Adrenal, this would be a much different game. I can't believe he forgot such a vital and important upgrade that would have resulted in him winning fights he lost in the late game. Huh. Oh, well. I'll take this win. I mean, I'm not saying he shouldn't take it. He should take it, because he won fair and square. And he's winning fair and square, up 181 to 129 supply, but Adrenal is such a game-changing upgrade. We talk about it a lot. It's like if a Terran forgot about Stim, or like, I can't even think of a similar late-game upgrade for Terran, I guess maybe 3-3? 3-3 infantry upgrades are super important to Terran in the late game, so maybe for getting those. But yeah, I mean, Serral is crippled here. Look at that income spike way down into Clem's side of the map here. And this top right base is defended. Army value is 127 to 64. It's got double the army value. But he just doesn't even care about these lurkers. He's wandering into them, killing a few of them. Losing some units at the same time. Trying to take down this Rich Vespine Geyser base as well as he can. And trying to defend this right side. The snipes are good. GG! Clem does win it in the third game in 2021. In the third game in 2021, wherein Serral forgot about adrenal glands in a 22-minute late-game TVZ. What? I don't understand it. But we're going to move on. Nice job, Clem. Good game. He was down. He was definitely down. He was losing bases. He lost the planetary. Lost the command center, lost 37 SCVs, but from there, it was all Clem. The ghosts were beautiful. The Marines and Marauders doing some excellent stuff there, defending very well. That one planetary at 6 o'clock that didn't go down, that Serral didn't quite bring enough Banelings for, yeah, that was cool. That was a great move by Clem. Great defense. The repair was on point. Very tight window for that, and he got it. So Serral, adrenal glands are his nemesis in 2021. Hopefully he'll do better at Katowice, which is coming up in February. Definitely looking forward to that. The De facto World Championship for 2021. All right, good. I mean, end of the day, 50,000 resources lost from Serral and only 32 from Clem. I have to imagine that Lings who are attacking like 40% faster are going to do better there. But whatevs, you know? Ifs and buts, candy and nuts, something. All right, so that is going to be it from me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.